the activities you do are mostly daily, but the long-term effect is the Wexe tokens you're getting, and also the eco ranks that you're earning while you're doing these daily activities. Now, what are the daily activities? As I've told you, one of the daily activities is to cut greenhouse gas emissions in your city, and in your game you're given a target of 5 tons per day. Now, every session that you're playing in the game, you're given a target to cut as you're collecting your Wexe tokens. As you're mining, as you're collecting your Wexe tokens in the game, you're given a target to cut 5 tons of greenhouse gas emissions. So whatever it takes you, as you're collecting, make sure that you're also targeting to cut that 5 tons of greenhouse gas emissions in the game. So we have another daily activity that you're given. They are telling you that the Earth's temperature is high, and one of the goals we have in the game is to cut the Earth's temperature. So when we come to the Earth's temperature, we even the daily missions that we are doing as we are collecting waste and tackling the different green missions, in the game, we are fighting to also cut the Earth's temperature. Remember, they are telling you that the Earth's temperature is too high. We have global warming right now. One of the global sustainability goals that we are trying to fight right now is Earth's temperature. And one way to fight Earth's temperature, we shall look at some of the ways that are explored in the Wexe game. So now, one of the daily activities, as I've told you, is also cutting Earth's temperature. So the activities you're doing help you cut the temperature. So what we are looking at temperature, we are looking at greenhouse gas emissions, and we are looking at the Wexe points that we are earning as we are doing all these activities. Now, these are the 3 daily missions. So now, these reset every single time you come to collect or you come to earn Wexe tokens. So every time you come to earn, know that this target is going to reset. You have to contribute every time you're given a target of 5 trillion tons of greenhouse gas emissions to cut, and then you're given the temperature is above is 1.486 that you start with, and you have to cut it. We are finding ways of cutting temperatures or reducing temperatures to way under 1.1 degrees Celsius. So those are the targets we're given in the game. So we are given a target also to restore Earth to zero waste, whereby we're no longer having to collect waste in the game. So we want to turn this to zero, whereby we no longer have to collect, but we are still earning Wexe tokens. Because now our main way of earning Wexe tokens in the game is by collecting waste and exchanging it right here for Wexe tokens. But they tell us one of the game's targets is to restore Earth to zero waste now. So what happens when we restore Earth to zero waste, but we still need to earn Wexe tokens, because in real life we still need to earn. So but you're telling us to restore waste to zero waste, Earth to zero waste, sorry. And then we have to this is one of the targets, one of the global goals that the waste exchange ecosystem or Waste Eco project targets, and also the game targets. Now the next thing is the greenhouse gas emissions, like I've told you. So now we are supposed to cut greenhouse gas emissions, whereby greenhouse gas emissions are reduced to zero. Now, why is this important? Now, greenhouse gas emissions, they trap excess heat within the atmosphere. Now, you know, when the sun gives us heat, that heat is supposed to come inside Earth and then bounce back and goes back in the atmosphere or into space. But now what happens when the greenhouse gas emissions levels are too high? They trap most of the heat as it's going back or entering Earth, Earth's surface. So they trap the heat, and it goes, as most heat goes back, of course, it goes out, but then excess heat is trapped by the extra greenhouse gas emissions in our atmosphere. As the greenhouse gas emissions increase, they trap more heat, and when that heat is contained within Earth, that means the overall temperatures inside Earth increase, and that's why we see the ice melting, water levels increasing, causing flooding around the water occupied areas, and all that. So the target in West Mexico, or West Mexico, the project, they're telling you we have to cut our waste, because now waste is one of the areas where greenhouse gas emissions come from, like methane. So they're telling us the West Mexico project aims at cutting greenhouse gas emissions by cutting or managing the waste in our environment. So cutting greenhouse gas emissions also contributes to your Wexe tokens. But as I've told you, we also have to restore this to zero. So we have to restore two of the sources that contribute to our wealth in the game, which is Wexe tokens. We have to restore this to zero, and we have to restore this to zero. How shall we still earn? I'll get to that. So the third target that we have in the game is this Earth temperature. As I've told you, greenhouse gas emissions trap excess heat in the atmosphere, and when you trap that excess heat in the atmosphere, our Earth's surface generally becomes hotter. Now, when it becomes hotter, you find that the dry seasons are too hot, the wet seasons are then shortened. What does this do to our environment? You find that it affects our seasons. First of all, you find that the dry seasons are, first of all, too hot compared to the past, and the wet seasons are short because there is no much rain to be given off, because the overall environment is mostly hot than moist. So how does Wexe do? How does Wexe bring this out? So Wexe has missions that show you some of the ways we can battle temperature increase, greenhouse gas emissions, and create a more sustainable world. And their approach clearly shows you that they are using waste as a tool to tackle your wealth, as using it as a resource or as a currency of exchange, and then using waste to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. First of all, by managing the greenhouse gas emissions that come from our mismanaged waste, or waste that compiles up, and then fighting temperature increases by controlling our greenhouse gas emissions, and also controlling our environmental actions. So what are the two different the difference between the two scores, the eco scores and the sustainability score? We all need a way to earn a living. So the sustainability score in the game is the Wexe tokens. Now these Wexe tokens are the ones we use as our currency in the game. We use the Wexe tokens to help us boost our levels, like unlock levels in the game. We can use it to acquire different resources in the game, and we can use the Wexe tokens. We can spend Wexe tokens in order to do different missions in the game. So the sustainability score in the game is the Wexe tokens. And now, what are the eco scores? Now the eco scores clearly are the greenhouse gas emissions, how much greenhouse gas emissions you're cutting in the game, in regards to your daily target, and then how much temperature you're cutting in the game in regards to your daily target, and also how much waste you're collecting in regards to daily target, because the waste you collect is clearly recorded all the way. and broken down in per piece from general waste, the overall waste collected points, and then the waste collected per piece. You can see I've collected 1 glass so far, I've collected 2 pieces of metal, I've collected 2 organic pieces, 1 paper, and 4 pieces of plastic. So your waste score footprint is clearly recorded. So this one is an eco point, this one eco point, and this one is eco point. So now there are other general environmental targets that we are tackling. Like you saw when we unlocked here, there's this mission here that talks about the West Exco Marine Care Center. Now this is a project, like they tell you, this is here we plan to establish a facility that aims to handle water pollution and water waste management. As you're seeing, there are more eco points we can get, eco scores we can do, and environmental missions we can do that overall reflect to the global sustainability targets that we need to achieve as Earth community. So let's dive into the end of step-by-step video to check out step-by-step breakdown of how we are looking at the points. So see you in my next video, and catch you later.